Hi there, fellow divers. After having for a few months pondered on the question whether I should continue to use my Olympus TG6 camera for underwater video or try out one of the new smartphone housing solutions on the market today, I finally decided to buy this solution from Divefault. Then I hopped on a plane and then I hopped on a boat to do some tests to help me make the decision. Okay, time for a brief summary of my findings during those 5 dives around Perhentian Island, where I was doing a first simple user test of this solution, a camera housing for my smartphone to use as an underwater video camera. And in my case, I'm comparing with my existing Olympus TG6. And my use case is video, not photo. So some of you will say the Olympus TG6 is an excellent underwater camera for photo and for macro, and I would agree. But in video I've found it has some quality issues, especially when you zoom in close to an object, etc. So this whole thing is about video, right? So I will just make brief comments in two areas before I share my decision, so to say. First one is ease of use, and hands down this solution for the smartphone is of course much easier to use than Olympus TG6. There's no comparison really with that. Three things that I learned that you need to really focus on in terms of using this solution. One is you need something that keeps the screen always on, and I chose to download an app in my Samsung S24 Ultra. Second one is I thought initially that the battery consumption would be high, so I used a sort of assistant menu in Google or Android here to control the brightness, so I can change it while diving. But when I had done one or two dives, I realized the battery consumption was not high at all. So now what I do is I just leave the brightness full on, and then I go down. And one dive up to close 1 hour from 100% to 79%, so 21% battery consumption. That's quite good, I think. My initial worry was that the smartphone would start to get hot and battery consumption would go up, but that didn't really happen. So, okay, so that was the three things I think in terms of operation of this solution. Then when it comes to the video results, you've seen the clips just before this section here. They were all taken with this smartphone underwater, except for the introduction with the drone shots, etc. And in my initial finding is that the quality is at least as good, if not better, compared to my Olympus TG6. There's some limitations. I cannot do white balancing underwater by using a white sheet here so I have to use a red filter here. And I did a little bit of mistakes during these dives. I should have used the red filter more, because I was below 5 meters, between 5 and 25 meters while I was shooting. So I had to do a little bit more color correction than I would have liked to do. So a few of the clips suffered a little bit in quality because of that. So I think all in all, when I get the hang of that better, back to using red filter, being used to doing that again, then I think I will be fine. So those were comments in two brief areas, ease of use and the video result. My decision is definitely that for the next dive trip I will mount this in my camera rig, and I still have my GoPro on top for wide angle instant video. And then I'll leave my Olympus TG6 either at home or in the hotel room. We'll see about that. But yeah, so far so good. And as this was just a simple initial user test, I don't have so much data or technical stuff to share. But if you're in a similar situation, thinking of using a smartphone housing for your underwater video like this, then maybe this can give you some ideas. And feel free to ask as many questions as you want in the comment section, and I will respond based on my 5 dive experience so far. Okay. And then I can just finish off by saying thanks for watching and happy diving.